Going to get a great night of music in the Ghostface sessions in the Ballard this coming Thursday night, 8 p.m. Quick ad break. We're back with Ronan Boyle and Niall Blee telling us about this great show that's on its way this weekend, next weekend. What? No, it's just checking a box. That's what I'm doing. Back after this break.
Attention, all home and business owners. Are you looking for the best value for money when it comes to plumbing and tile solutions? At McDade's Bathroom Plumbing and Tiles, our experienced staff are ready to provide top quality services and products that meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Our focus is on providing expert advice and top quality products. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing and Tile showroom in Buncrana is dedicated to delivering great value for your money. Visit our showroom today.
If the medical experts get it wrong, everything changes. From misdiagnosis or delayed diagnosis to surgical injury or even poor treatment, all have physical, emotional and financial consequences. We're here to help. So if your treatment didn't go according to plan, speak to our experienced medical negligence team at McElhenney and Associates. Find us online or call 074 917 5989. McElhenney and Associates Solicitors, Stranorlar. In contentious business, a solicitor may not calculate fees or other charges as a percentage or proportion of any award or settlement.
This is Highland Radio with Paul McDevitt.
Yes, it is, and it's that time of the evening where you bring in the loud ones. The big guns are here. We welcome in, and it's definitely after the watershed, and I have to say, please don't swear. Because
no, Paul.
No, I know tennies. Come here, anyway. Listen, Ronan Boyle and Niall Blee, you're very welcome. The Orange is the New Green is the show. It's been on Strabane. Where else did it go?
We've been all over the place. we've been in Strabane, obviously. Paul first launched the show there. We then actually done the Waterside Theatre.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about it the last time.
Yeah, and then we went to Castle Blaney, Omagh, Ballybuffet and the Ballard Theatre. And then back to Strabane. We've done a couple of nights there, and we're looking to sort of branch out a wee bit. So looking forward to the show in Letterkenny on the 10th of June.
Yeah,
and then Greenland.
Very good. So just for people that don't know Orange is the New Green, Ronan, give us a sort of insight into it.
So
I think the title speaks for itself, honey, but
yes.
anyway, listen.
So you have to come and see it, but it's suppose it started off with me doing that video on the Strabanter.
I know it. And if nobody's seen it, go and check it.
The Strabanter would be like a page we made up on Facebook, me and my mate Anthony Duffy. He was the Batman, and you would know it too. It was all Strabane sort of.
I know it was.
It was all Strabane jokes, hence the name Strabanter. And then you're trying to think of characters and something. I was thinking, imagine you stood at Lifford Bridge dressed as an orange man, be welcome to the UK. Wonder how that would go down.
The sash and all on.
Sash, moustache, bowler hat, the heap. And see the day I actually did it. The day I actually did it was, there was rallying. Is there a famous rally day in Letterkenny? It happens every year. It's like a
Donegal rally, is it?
The Donegal rally. There you go.
I think it is the Donegal
rally. So there I was standing with a big cut-out bit of cardboard with "Welcome to the UK" at Lifford Bridge, and it was the cars were nearly bumping into each other. And then ones came around again, the roundabout, just to see what they seen. Did I see that? No one I want. Then I did Free Dairy Corner. Welcome to London Day.
Did you
Cars were skidding in them.
Did anybody say anything to you about it? No.
See, it was by then I think it was established in Strabane.
Mm-hmm. So you had.
But the good thing about Strabane then is I was running around then just sort of being anti-Irish. That was the joke. I'm a Catholic, dressed as an orange man, but I'm delusional. I just like oranges, I like tigers, and I like mandarins and anything orange. You know what I mean? I like big long walks. So I just, for some reason, I was attracted to the Orange Order, but I was delusional to what it is too.
Just because it was orange?
Exactly. So the show we've been doing, and it's going really well. Like the Ballard sold out, and then it was somebody contacted us then because they heard about how well it went in the Ballard.
Yeah.
And that was the one before we did Strabane, but that sold out. But the story is, like, if you look at the videos, if anybody goes to the videos, they do well. They've went viral. But you couldn't do that for an hour and a half. Do you know what I mean? Running around insulting people.
Oh, you could.
Well, you wouldn't keep an audience.
I was at your boiler room that night, and I'll tell you what, you're fairly good at it now.
I was aiming back a wee hour. I was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, I was one of them
You
nights.
sat at the front. Good
No,
move, Paul.
no. I walked on, and it was me and Sean and Pudsey, and I said, "Oh, Jesus, look, there's only one sit there in the front." And he sat down and he just went, "Oh, he's just going to get it down here." But thank God Pudsey was in front of me. So
He's big enough.
He got it.
He got it then.
Well, Eamon came on there that night, and it was just, that was my first time to hear him doing comedy, and it was just hilarious.
I know, and his hour flew in.
Oh, what?
And Eamon's actually in the play as well.
Aye.
He's the Reverend. So we needed the balance. So the scene we set was Strabane in the 80s during the Troubles.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So I can identify with that because I was reared in the Ballycombe estate during the 80s and the Troubles, do you know what I mean? And that's what makes it more unique, because back then there was a lot of homophobia, and not just Strabane, but across the world, I'd say, or even the Western world anyway. And so we're looking at that. We're looking at identity. We're looking at like sexuality. We're looking at.
I mean, it's covering a wide range of issues. You know what I mean? I think the beauty about it is whenever you take the sort of character, the sort of Catholic Orange Man character, that it's unheard of. You know what I mean? And you're obviously going to have a reaction from people. So we're looking to tackle some quite modern day issues as well. You know what I mean?
Is there a serious element put into it?
There is.
Niall, aye.
There is. There's a serious undertone now.
Aye.
The play's comedy from start to finish,
Aye.
and it's laughing from
There's a good message.
start to finish. But there's a message in it around acceptance and tolerance and all of that stuff, bringing it together. You know, we're not just kind of, as Ronan says, we're not just getting up and he's running through the audience and insulting people for there. Not that he could do it, you're right.
We've got the benefit to a hindsight because we're doing 80s. We know what's coming. We knew what's coming in the future, so we can talk about stuff that's never going to happen, is it? And you know what I mean? We know what's en route, like inventions that come in the future, and just the way the country went as well.
Many's in the cast.
There's
Nine?
nine
In total?
Yeah.
Aye, wee boys on it, and then we've got a great cast.
So we have the main character, which is Ronan's character, obviously, the Catholic Orange Man, then his wife, Martha.
Right.
Sinead McAteer, you know Sinead.
Sinead from the town. Then we have the local unit
Okay, yes.
represented as well.
Lee's in the eye.
Then we have a
After the war.
then we have a priest and a reverend balancing it out, and then throwing it in to do a wee bit of mixing. We also have a nosy neighbour, so we've got somebody who's always there, sticking her nose in, getting involved where she shouldn't be. We all know them, Paul. We all know them. We all know them. They're all there.
You don't have to go too far. Yes, you're right.
So, because of my behaviour, the play goes from me really being a closet orange man. Do you know what I mean? Instead of transgender, I'm a trans member. You know what I mean? So, I'm dressing up behind closed doors, doing my wee thing and all, but then I want to come out. But my behaviour gets everybody suspect. So the local, the area think I'm a tout. The wife thinks I'm having an affair.
Right.
She's overhearing me having phone calls with people, and it's just to go marching. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we've got all them themes, don't we?
Aye.
We've got an area man who's obviously, he's not obviously, but he's camped up.
Yes.
But like I knew a lot of the gay men would have tried to hide there. Do you know what I mean? They're back in the 80s, it would have been one of them ones that need to go to cities and stuff to get accepted and stuff like that. So it's sort of obvious, but it's not coming out. Come out at different stages, but then I make the transition into the Orange Man then that everybody sees.
Right.
And that's where it gets a bit mental then. But then we bring it together, and it's got a good message and it's good crack.
It's a good message because it's somebody who has been rejected and kind of frowned upon.
Yes.
And then it sort of comes together. There's an overall message in that about how you treat people, how you leave them feeling all that kind of stuff. So guaranteed an absolutely fantastic night's laugh. There's no doubt about it. It's great, and as a cast doing it, and even whenever we were writing it, the good thing about it is whenever we were writing it, we laughed quite a lot. But then obviously, you know yourself, whenever you're doing a show, the more that you do it, it doesn't become that funny to you anymore because you're doing it over and over again. And I remember just the night before we done it in the alley for the very first time, we're sitting saying,
"Is this good?
Is this going to be funny?" Because we actually started writing it before COVID.
Right.
Just before COVID, and then COVID hit, so we just
actually booked the alley before we finished it.
Aye. That's right.
You only put yourself under that pressure, yeah.
So it was a work in progress for maybe 2 years, but we didn't even look at it over that whole COVID period because you knew, well, I mean, there was actually a point where we thought, you know what, this is never going to happen. We'll never bring it to this stage. But we eventually did. And as I say, we were sitting, we were in panicking. Is this going to work? Is it going to be funny? And I went down an absolute bomb. We probably thought, all right, Straban's probably been kindest, you know what I mean? Because it's like, well, it's our hometown and it's based in Strabane and so on. But then now that we've taken it and we've travelled, we can see it works in
very good.
a whole lot of other venues, you know.
That's a good way to
We have to get the predominantly Protestant areas too, but
the last time you were up, you were taking it to the water side.
Yes.
Would have been July last year then, around that.
And I'm not saying you're apprehensive, but you were a wee bit. You didn't know.
Because that's what I was going to say, and the first 2 scenes I'm in the raw. You know what I mean? So it was just arms folded and staring at me for 2 scenes, and we just left like that Friday night in Strabane was probably the most laughter and applauses I've ever heard in anything I did, from stand up to shows, and so I thought this is amazing. And then we went to the next place then, and it was, but I think that theatre was just doing the right. Let's see how much of a balance there is in this. Do you know what I mean? And it did go well then.
It worked well. It worked really well.
Oh, it went well.
It worked really well.
First two scenes were trying to see what is this about.
It was actually a good second place for us to go.
Yeah.
Because we thought we're delving on the unknown territory here. Yes. Not too sure. People may be offended by this. Do you know what I mean? And look, listen, if people are, that's not intentional.
Big risk, but
big risk, Paul. So it worked really, really well. Do you know what I mean? And we had all of the people that organised the actual event coming to us afterwards and saying, boys, that was absolutely fantastic. Everybody had a great night. They really enjoyed it. So that made that kind of told us saying, well, you know what? There's good balance in this show. It's going to work for a generic audience. We don't need to worry that much about the sort of offensive side of it, if you like.
Aye, but I know it's just people are touchy at times with certain things. But that's good that you handle it. So
we were handing leaflets out around Letterkenny too, and it looked like it was election day. And these were me handing a photo of the man in orange band suit on, and they're like, right.
We done the show in Castle Blaney, and I was doing a bit of work down around County Louth, and I was coming back. I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to do the sort of areas around it, and I ended up in Crossmaglenny. And I went down to a filling station and had these big posters with me with his big face in the front of it, with a
but you just see a man with a
sash on. And as I was walking into the filling station, these 2 fellas go, I didn't even catch on really. Yeah. And the 2 boys just double took it, going, basically, where you go? No.
Out of all the places they go to.
Out of all the places. Exactly.
Come here, tickets. If people want tickets for it,
you just get on the Angrennan website. And they're there. Yeah. I have a link too on Roboiled Comedy on my link tree, it's called. You just go to any of my pages, Roboiled Comedy, on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and there'll be a wee link in my bio. You just go into that and you'll get it.
Or you could also call into the Angrennan if you're local to Letterkenny, or the phone number, I imagine.
Oh, you would.
I like taking risks, you know what I mean? There was like the second most important football finals on the same night.
Champions League's on.
Champions League's on.
I didn't realise, but
never worried about it. No, people want to laugh. They watch that. They watch you more than watching.
So you're going to get a laugh, and the feedback we got from the Ballard was unreal.
That's brilliant. So give us the date again.
The 10th of June.
10th of June, which is
Saturday week.
Saturday week. Tickets are available at the Angrennan box office, or you can go to the Angrennan Theatre if you want. Niall and Roland, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you very much.